All right, let's start our meeting. And if anybody has one team member who's licensed, okay? If you have a team member who is licensed, or maybe they are not licensed, but they are fired up, they are ready to go, and they are not on this meeting, just call them right now, send them the link, tell them to be here. Okay, because tonight training, as you all know, as you saw the flyer, is going to be about Xperia. It's about the business. Okay, it's about the business, its ins and outs. Why did we choose this company? There are so many uh rumors out there throwing off the agents, trying to get them somewhere else, but you need to hold on. You need to be proud of this company. So that's why we're going to look into it. Why do we choose the carriers over carriers? Why do we go to this carrier first before we go to this carrier first, right? We're going to look into this. And I want everybody to have at least one question. If needed, we're going to extend this session, but at least have one question that you've been asking yourself, why this thing is being done like this, why this, but you haven't get the response. Or maybe you are curious. Maybe you had some agent out there who asked you a question and more like a challenge and you did not have the answer. Tonight is the time, all right, to ask and get clarification about why we are doing business and why we are doing this business in Xperia. Because you can do this business anywhere, right? But why do we choose to partner with Xperia? That's what we're going to look. All right. My name is Dios Mukama. I'm executive director with Xperia Financial Group and one among the leaders in the Trusted Future. And I'm happy to be your host tonight. And if you can be on camera, if you are able to be on camera, please, please, and please be on camera so I see who I am with tonight. All right. Who is fired up? Who is ready for tonight?
Ready.
Okay. I need the energy. If you don't have energy, can take a bad
Is
Red
that the
Bull.
good energy?
Huh?
I'm
Was that a
fired
good
up.
energy for
I'm
you?
fired up.
All right. All right. Bring out, because we're gonna have a long Q&A, because if you were in a meeting last night, it was an impromptu meeting last night with the executive partner, Juan Im, where he was explaining most of the things. And one thing I realized is that some leaders, they call themselves leaders from different companies, they have made a PowerPoint. Okay? They have made a PowerPoint to discredit our company. So they are comparing their company and our company. Okay. They are putting side by side. And then they are putting theirs ownership, true ownership, Xperia, no ownership. Real stocks, Xperia, no stocks. And their company, they have what they go, backing company, Xperia, no backing company. And then I realized, and one the leader, one time said, when do you need a backup? Most of the time, when you're in trouble, right? So we're not planning to be in trouble, right? So that's why we don't need anybody to backing us. We're not going to any dates, 40 million dates. I'm talking about Xperia. When I say we, it's we as Xperia, right? So, but the companies out there, they are saying, okay, we have Transamerica behind us, we have Aegon behind us. Only if you plan to be in trouble or in debt, so they can rescue, right? But Xperia is enough itself, and I'm going to show it to you. All right. And some people also have a misconcept on commission. Why do we get so much in commission? How come we start on 70%? Why? I'll also show you that. Okay. But let me welcome you, everybody who is on the call, from financial associate, senior financial associate, senior managers, executive directors, welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody at home. Okay, I'm gonna break this training in 3 sections. Section 1 is going to be what I tell you about Xperia. And section B is going to be you ask me or you ask us, what do you want to know about Xperia? And section C is comparison. Okay, comparison between our company. If somebody can make their company and look better, so we better bring our guns, right? And then show them that we have better. But the thing is, we don't like to compare ourselves with other companies, because for me, I have more experience in terms of I know what I'm talking about because I've been with another company. But when you find somebody comparing with this company, they never been here. How do they know what we have? They are not here, never been here. But for me, I can speak from experience, right? If you say that you have a true ownership and I left your company, never had any, like I didn't know, bring anything. Matter of fact, my client, even my wife policy that I signed, when I look, I'm not the agent on that policy anymore. So what do you call true ownership on that? So that's why we'll do also comparison. Comparison is going to be also in two parts of Xperia and another company. And we'll just pick one there. FFL, PHP, WFG, GFI. There are so many companies. We'll pick one company, we'll compare ourselves. We will just show what we have. And so you guys can be proud on doing business here. And then section B on the comparison is going to be one carrier to another carrier. Not to tell you that you don't do business with another carrier, just to tell you when you are going to recommend a carrier, know what you're going to give your clients. Okay, reason why you're choosing this carrier, because the clients rely on us to do great business for them, right? So that's what we'll do. And let me show you. Then section 1 is starting. Then we'll go to section B, where we're going to open the floor, and then you guys ask. Section A, matter of fact, I did not put a PowerPoint. I'm going to use live examples. If it's email, I'm going to go log into my email, go there, search something, and then show you. If it's something I want to show you, I'm going to log into back office, show you. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. Section 1, starting with telling you what I know about Xperia. And but before I move, okay, maybe I will come back when in the comparison. Okay. All right. As you know, we have our back office. Back office. This back office. I also take time if you are not paying. If you are not paying $19 or $35 or $45 to maintain this site, please make sure you take care of that. My co-host, can you make sure everybody's muted? Let me make more co-hosts, and so you guys can help me mute everybody but me. All right. 1 second. Okay. If I make you a co-host, please be on the lookout. Okay. Be on the lookout and help me mute some people. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Again, if you have a team member who you want them to hear what we're going to talk about tonight, please call them or send them the invite so they can join. So we have 2 back office. And please make sure that your credit card or whatever payment method you use is updated so you pay this back office. This is your office. What do I mean by that? There is a physical office and there is a back office, which is a virtual office. This is where you conduct your business. This is where you get contracted. This is where you get paid at your payroll, your commission, your tech support, IT support, customer care is all in here. Does it make sense? Perfect. So when I say you have two back office, this is one in USA, and I log in here. And if I want to switch to Canada, as some of you guys have team in Canada, I just need to click here, switch to USA, switch to Canada, and boom, I'm in Canada, right? If I log in, I can get to Canada right away. Now I'm doing business in Canada. I get compliant here. I look at the team. Okay, it's in French. So Canada, it's automatically French, but you can change to English. So if you don't know how to get your team licensed in Canada, everything is going to be here. The carriers the vendors they use for, they don't use Excel. These are the things that they already put in place so you don't stress yourself. All right, we teach those. All right, I'm gonna go back, sign out, come back in the USA. Not much to talk in Canada. We'll go that. But if I tell you that we have the best back office in history compared to any other companies, is because I know what I'm talking about. As an IT engineer, and some of you guys who are in IT industry can just back me up here, a good interface or a good website when you see one. There are some companies, some other business, when you go to their website, you feel like, what is it? What is this? What is the headquarter? What is, like, you're looking for information, you can't find it. But here is as simple, it's not overwhelming. This is just this right here is for our notification, what's going on, which that's recognition and all that. That's the whole interface. But the real thing is in here. That's what we've been doing business, right? For those, there are some people who say, oh, in Xperia, they don't have cash flow. They don't have cash flow. They don't show cash flow. Means they don't make money. Have you ever seen anybody from Xperia, showing you cash flow? We don't go out there advertising our cash flow, right? But let me ask you, who's interested in what I'm making, how much I'm making? Michael, are you interested in how much I'm making, or you are interested in how much I can help you make? Which one are you interested in?
I am interested with how much you can make me make.
Exactly. So I don't have to show what I'm making out there just to convince you this business work, right? The only way I can convince you is to help you make some, teach you or present for you, train you so you get a client, and then you make that money and that it works. So some people, because we don't make PowerPoints in our BTOs to show the millionaires and all that, so they believe that we don't make money. But I'm gonna tell you, if you go to Scoreboard, this is how you're going to see. There is a company scoreboard and there is a personal scoreboard. Absolutely. If I go to personal scoreboard, I can filter to have teams, everything, my cash flow and everything. But I don't have to convince anybody when I'm recruiting, this is how much I make, so join me. Because if I make that, it's not going to your pocket. So this should not even be a factor when you are recruiting. Just show. But if you want to see how productive people are doing, you can come here in the company scoreboard. It's open here, and you can see in 1 week from April 1st to 10th, how much people, how much money, how much production, the insurance policy they are submitting. You will see your name there, right? If you are doing a great job, you will definitely see your name there. And if you want to filter, you can filter, 12 months. and you can filter the cash flow, right? Or license the recruits and all that, definitely. But all this, for me, it kind of motivates me. So I want to show you, this is how you play with this. And you can see this person right here. In 12 months, they have submitted a million in production. A million, okay? So again, this is another thing I wanted to show you. And then you have to know about our CRM, how to use our CRM on your own advantage, okay? How you compare quotes. These are the things I'm showing you that other companies, other agents don't have. The quotes toolkits, how you can be able to find insurance company for your client, right? For your client, according to their health and everything, you plug in their health condition, their medication, then you get quote, and then it comes with the companies that may approve that client. It's here. All right, it's here, but most people maybe they haven't get here, but yes, it's here. Where to put multiple quotes and or iGo application. These are the things for me helps me recruit, especially when somebody's coming from another company. I tell them the technology. This is a fintech company, right? The technology we have and the tools we have to help us move the business. If you haven't get here, don't worry, you will learn everything, all right? And then for new agents, you come here, what is the new agent means? After onboarding, after getting contracted, what now? You need to come in and see the checklist, see your path. Everybody should have this path, this business path. Now you are licensed. What's next? You need to set up your goals. You need to create a business plan. You need to make a schedule. You need to watch video trainings in the back office. God, we have so many trainings here in the back office. If you have exhausted our Trusted Future Work Vivo trainings, come here and you're going to see trainings. If you don't know how to find those trainings, ask us. Dios, show me a training how to do an annuity. Where do I go? It's here. And they are uploaded on YouTube. Quantum, these people show you how you get contracted with Quantum on annuity, everything. You know, you don't need to be anybody. So have you ever seen any other company? I'm talking about those who are coming from, the gangster group. Have you ever seen anywhere they store recordings? They don't record anything. I'm talking about most companies. They don't record anything. If you ask, can you record this? They will kick you out of the Zoom. If you request to record, they will remove you from the Zoom. It's like, if what they are doing is clear, why no recordings? So that's why here there are recordings going back to years. This is how I teach myself, and then in the training, you will find the person who's doing the training. They will put their
Essentially, what's working in
information.
the background is Experior and us at Ethos are
Like Ethos, this Ethos, the illustration, they do the illustration in the training. Time Life with Living Benefit, you can find anything, right? So I just wanted to show you the treasure that you have, okay? Now, I can go on and on, but I wanted to say that is one thing, and you can continue with this. And this can help you. It doesn't matter which level you are on. It can help you have a structure for your business. Okay. You need to learn how to do a presentation, learn how to do a discovery for your clients. For those who are coming from a different company where you have to do 2 hours presentation or to close the client, you'll find out here we do things differently. If you know how to do financial discovery for your client, let me tell you, it takes you only 45 to close a deal and the application is submitted. Who agree? Who agree with me?
Yes, I agree.
Hmm?
I I do.
I do.
If you know if you have the skills, you develop the skills, your IUL back and forth. You just need to tell the client simple way they understand the benefits of IUL. You can illustrate 12 benefits or 15 benefits, go to illustration, design a policy, lower target premium, lower according to their financial and everything, submit, boom, that's it. And if you don't know how, schedule appointment with your mentor, right? Schedule appointment with your mentor. So anyway, I never seen anywhere they give you just the plan for success. Most people, they say, just have be coachable. But I'm coachable. So what? Yeah, just get fired up. Everything is gonna fall in place. No tools. So again, I'm going 2 minutes away for my first section. This is also something I wanted to show. Let me stop shares for pause here for a second, and I'll go to legacy shareholding legacy documents. Okay, guys, I want to show you something. Okay, I want to show you something quick. All right. So okay. I'm looking the documents compliance. Okay, shareholding. Give me 1 second. Shareholding. The true ownership we're talking about here. Okay. Found it. All right, guys. So this is when you become executive director. Let me stop sharing so I can talk to you straight. When you become executive director, as you know, there are things that happens. You become a silver legacy owner. You become a shareholder, a share or company shareholder. You own 1,000 shares of Experior. If you didn't know, right now, our Experior share is worth $5.56. Okay? Who can predict, according to how Experior is going, who predict in the next 10 years how much worth is gonna be? Okay? So those who I was in a company over 2 years, I never owned anything. Matter of fact, when I left, but never got those stocks or shares or whatever. But here, they give me 1,000 shares. And then when you hit 100K in cash flow, you get another 1,000. When you hit 250K, you get another 1,000. You hit 500K, another 1,000. You get promoted to senior executive director, another 1,000. So you can own total 14,000. So if you know how the company grows, if you know Tesla, just Google Tesla in 2019, how much was the share? And then now you will tell me. Go to Amazon, go back Amazon in 2011, how much the share was, and then look at now. So it's all about the time. So you better own some shares of the company when it's still possible. And when it's all out over there, you are the owner. You owns the company. You own like a 2% of the company. Can you imagine? Means that if they go to sell Experior, they have to consult you. Hey, because you are a company owner, right? You own a piece of the company. They have to consult you. If they don't, you still worth millions. I've done my math. If Xperia share is $100 and you have 14,000, you do the math. Anybody can take calculator. Once the Xperia share is going to be $100 and you have 14,000 in shares, tell me how much, just without doing business, how much just you own. Anybody who's quick in math.
1.4.
1 million, 1.4 million.
1.4 million. For free, guys. For free. Just because you hit already your goals. You hit a ring or 200K or whatever they give you. Anyway, I'm past 3 minutes past my first section. I just wanted to show you this. This is what I'm telling you. You get an email. You get an email. When I started this company, I was a secret agent. So nobody knew, I just called my name Dio, Devin, something, for those who came at first, we were like, I don't want to be on there. So anyway, they sent me an email. Hey, Dio, congratulations on your achievement. Of course, this is the documents they sent you to your email as an executive director, right? They sent you shareholder agreement. This is a legal binding document, okay? As your contract signed by the CEO and the president of the company, okay? You can read them. All I'm telling you is that I saw these people are generous, signed, right? You can take to your lawyers. They see the documents are legit, giving you a piece of the company. And then executive director, and then legacy, all right? Legacy ownership, where you design your beneficiary. For example, if you were to die, if you were to be disabled, you are not able to continue your business, somebody has to take over your business. It goes to somebody. Somebody has to keep receiving the override, right? This is it. That's how you own a company. That's how you own your agency. All right. So I'll get back to it maybe from your questions. The first section was to tell you what we have. And then the second section, you're going to ask me questions, clarification. Then we'll do comparison for something. The floor is yours. Ask away. If not, I don't see any hand. I'll give my fellow executive directors to add something, and then we can continue. All right, let's be quick.
Let me go first.
Okay.
This is it. That's all I can say. This is it. We have receipts. We show proof of what Xperia is. And that's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Edie. All right.
Well, coming from me, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this very, very important meeting that validates Xperia and what Xperia has to offer. This is the true platform. If you've been elsewhere, you know what we are talking about. This is a true platform where agents will succeed because there is transparency. Everything is an open book. There's no hidden agendas. Just like you've seen, EDD is showing everything. It's in the back office for everybody, not for 2% of the company, not for 0.5% of the company, but everybody that is an Xperia agent is entitled to. That's the company I want to build my business. I don't know about you. So do not be deceived by other people coming to come and tell you otherwise. The truth is right here. You can find out yourselves. People are being brainwashed. It's very sad, if you ask me, because we are responsible for ourselves. We are a great asset ourselves. So therefore, we can make choices ourselves. The power is in us. What company would we rather build business with? That is not transparent, that cannot record anything, that don't have no proof to show you anything. If you ask questions, then you're dismissed because you're asking too many questions. What kind of a company would that be? I'm happy that I'm here, and I'm happy that all of us are here, because this is where we're going to succeed. This is where we're going to grow. This is where we're going to change the community. And God is going to bless us for doing what is right. That's all I can say. I'm just so, appreciative, and also especially to Dios, who actually wasn't selfish to tell me about this. And I'm sure you can say the same thing to somebody who brought you here, who shared this information and say, let's cross over this Red Sea. Let's not be in the wilderness. We are lost here, but now we came to the light. This is the light. That's all I can say. So everybody, just roll up your sleeves and go to work. Let's build our business. Let's change our community. Don't listen about other people who are lost and don't have the courage to make a choice, the right choice for themselves. But later on, hopefully, God will transform them as well. One day maybe they'll hear. One day maybe they'll see, but let them see in us. Don't be worried. They'll see you, they'll see the change, and they'll call you and say, what did you say again? Can we talk? That's happening today. Just now, I'm on here. 2 calls came on my phone. Are you available tomorrow at this time? I have somebody else that wants to come and hear this. I'm not calling them, they're calling me. That's what I mean. The true company. Okay, so that's all I can say from my side. Thank you. We be blessed. Be blessed. This is the true business. This is the true platform. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Edie.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Ididios, and this is a great meeting. I don't know. Every Monday we are sharing this wonderful platform, and as I'm running the training, so we always have new things. This is a treasure that we've not done exploring. There are more things that we need to explore, and there are more opportunities here. Crossing over, as Edie Patricia said, so I'm very grateful to Edie, Gigi, and Billy Davidson from bringing this opportunity to us, because we were in the dark. We didn't know that there is light. They always tell us, no, this is the biggest company in the industry. This is the best company. So we were naive just to accept that. But personally, coming from 3 different network marketing systems, when I ask a question, okay, ma'am, we are in this business. How long have you been here? No, this many years. So which level are you? You are here. Oh. So do you mean that me also, I need to wait for 7 years to reach where you are reaching now? They say, no. Okay, tell me, if I equal your level, are you going to override me? They say, no, I cannot. So what's going to motivate you to train me and reach your level or to overtake you? No, if you reach my level, I'm not gonna override you anymore. So you are not motivated to override to teach me.
Mhm.
And the next one says, no, you don't need to be taught. Knowledge does not bring business. You just bring business, then we'll do it for you. They say this is not normal. And I say, okay,
Wow.
anyway, when I bring business, how much are you paying me? No, 25%. Say, who's getting 75% now? No, it goes this. So I say, I bring the clients, I know the clients, I talk to the clients, but when I do the business, I get only 25.
Mhm.
So other people get 75, they don't even know the person I brought to the business. That does not make sense. And he says, no, she says, no, when you also reach the higher level, when you become uh, SMD, you're also gonna get that. I say, okay, so you think that I must be happy sitting somewhere and getting money out of somebody else's sweat. And beside that, you see that you are a believer, you are a Christian and else. Does not make sense to me. So nothing was making sense. Then I say, how to change things here? Or is there anywhere else they do better than this? Say, no, 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 this is the best. So at the first occasion, when we were doing illustration with the ED, Dios, I say, no, you are talking about your Xperia company. I don't know. Let's do illustration. Show me what is best here. When we went to numbers, numbers don't lie. Numbers were clear. I say, no, 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 this makes good sense. So anyone who went to school, went to sixth grade, knows how to do math. When you do math, you understand that's where we are sitting. That's where we're supposed to be. I don't know, some people, they use their feelings. No, I feel like this one here is fine. We are not going with feelings, with facts. With facts, everything with Xperia is a progress. It's the next generation, next level. I say, no, I need to go to social media because uh, I'm going to exhaust my war market. What about the code market? They say, no, no, anything you want to do there needs to be approved. You need to submit. Then, oh, what is that now? So from recruitment, from growth, from payment, from legacy, from override, everything is clear in Xperia. So I don't think twice. I'm still grateful every day and every day. We are agents here. We are sharing the knowledge. We are teaching each other. But I'm telling you, not far, it's 4 months, almost 5 months in Xperia. We've been learning a lot, a lot. Last week, I learned something new again in Xperia that we are preparing to share also with the whole team. And that is mind-blowing. I've never imagined that that can exist.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
we need to create new words to express what Xperia is. But let me stop there. Thank you, Edie.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'll take the questions. Thank you so much, Edis. Great, 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 great inputs. I'll take the questions, please. Because if I go to section C, you have time to to ask questions. I'll take questions now.
Yes, sir. Dios, I want to thank you again. My own is not really a question. It's just as Dr. Putu was talking, he was speaking my mind. Only today, I'm telling you this, today I got a call from the biggest lady on the other side. As you can imagine that. The biggest lady from the other side gave me a call this morning with my offline SMD. They were asking me the land that I have left that I've left so long time ago. So they say, what happened? I had to start explaining. At the end of the day, I gave them tutorials about, it's as if they don't, at the end, the SMD said, why didn't you tell me to take him along? I said, you are SMD. How can I take you, an associate, along? I said, so no. So he said, I should please send him the link when next we hold the meeting. That is how this place is. It has spread. I want to thank you people for the job that you are doing. I'm excited myself. I have not spent 2 months, but I can beat my chest and show the figures and show them. And it's not hidden. I told them, you, my SMD, I have asked this question, what is my level? You refuse to tell me. But I'm telling you now what it is. He said he has been told before, but he didn't believe it. Okay, now, it's not late. Do you want to come? Come on. So a lot is happening here. I want to thank you guys here for your transparency, because that is the key. Otherwise, if you remain closed, we will all be in darkness. So
Right.
thank you once again for the job.
Wow. A comment I can tell you, Mr. Neil.
Yes,
Good
sir.
thing about our platform, we don't argue, okay? We don't argue with anybody. We do what we call reverse psychology. Somebody comes to tell you something, you show them, and you recruit them. Our platform recruits anybody, right? So, and you guys, the whole purpose of this training is to tell you that you should be proud and confident no matter which level one is. Call it vice chair, whatever. They cannot tell you nothing because their contract level is 65. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
It's 65 capped. The only thing they have is a huge team that they override. If we were to take those people away, these people will go back to work. Okay? Because their personal compensation is small. Now, thank you so much. And thank you for actually, yes, set up a meeting. And we should really sell the dream. And every meeting, let's bring the selling the dream, the selling Xperia word, so we can, because in our BTO, some people join with the iPhone, come to see what we do and all that. So it's best they come and then they get closed and they want to stay with us, right? So we should really be strategic when it comes to that. Great job, Mr. Neil. Yes, Michael.
Thank you, Dios. I've been with Xperia for just only some couple months. And experienced one of agents, he worked in a different company. This company called Well Strategy asked me today, and he was like, hey, Michael, where are you working now? And I'm like, I work with Xperia.
Mhm.
And he's like, what is the commission structure? And because I didn't know, I don't know the commission structure. I told him, hey, Xperia Financial Group is a great company. I'm very proud to work with this company. And to be honest with you, give me a time, because I didn't want to lie and tell him that I'm gonna send you a commission structure. So I tell him, if you want to make an appointment, I would be happy to go with the commission structure with you. So and the real issue here is it's not about pay. We are just on a mission to change, our communities, educate our communities to make sure they secure a financial goal in the future. And of course, nobody, everybody want to be paid, but the mission is to educate our community. So my question is just simple. I don't know if the agents who are working with Xperia just quit the job and maybe talk outside of Xperia about us, that we don't have any backup, we don't have anything, and things like that. I don't know. But to be honest, there is no any other company like Xperia. According to what I observe, just in only 2 months. I've been with Xperia only 2 months, but I've seen the greatness with Xperia. So I am really glad for you guys The way you guys are, telling everything transparent, the same like last week when EDGG just explained everything, and the transparent with the experience is really amazing. I cannot imagine. I don't know if some other agents are just stretching experience.
Mm.
We are not on that.
Mhm.
So my question is that ED deals, I don't know if the agent that work with Xperia and quit the job and then they talk about Xperia, oh, they don't have any real ownership or what, I don't know.
Mm.
So where does that talk come from?
All
That
right.
is my question.
So here's the thing. Anywhere there are some bad apples, right? Maybe he didn't even quit. What about maybe he got fired? Because there's no proof that he quit. Because if you come with the bad mindset, Expedia will not take it. It will let you go. If you coming with doing business the wrong way with your mindset, maybe from different company, not imagine you, Michael, you never been in any other company. You are brand new in Expedia. So you don't have any other thing that you know. So for you, you understand. But some people coming from different companies, and we have to teach to show them the way. Otherwise, they are comparing and they lose the track. And because here we have a different structure, which we're going to go through in a minute. But I want to tell you that if somebody quit Expedia and go, actually, I don't even see anybody quit Expedia unless they are going out of the business. Like they don't want to do this anymore. It's not like you can quit Expedia and go somewhere else. I'm telling you, like somebody who has searched 9 companies before I come to Expedia. I met with all the leaders. Already with the big company, WFG, no brainer, no secret. I met with somebody from FFL. I met somebody from PHP. I was searching, right? So I saw the contract, the contractual, the structure and everything, the company. Some companies, they have only 2 carriers they do business with. Only 2 carriers. And one of them doesn't even exist. I mean, it's unknown. It's just a small company. Anyway, what I'm telling you is this. If somebody quits Expedia and go to talk trash about it, they were no good for it in the first place. They were no good fit. Because when we are recruiting people, we recruit actually you have to ask somebody what makes you a good fit for Expedia before you come. Because they have to have ambitious goals and willing to learn, right? So if they come and, they can go. And let me tell you, there are some people who came with a lot of chargeback, 50,000 in chargeback. They want to do business in Expedia. Expedia fired them. Say, no. Go clear your stuff. You cannot come here with a debt of 50,000 with your previous company. And there's a guy who came, he's a big guy at the top, but he has a chargeback of 5. What was it? 5 million? The guy, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Right? The CEO did not take him. He said, it doesn't matter if you bring a team of 2,000 agents. We're not taking you. That is the culture that we have here. So, Michael, this is what I'm going to tell you. Forget about that agent. If they want to set up a meeting, we'll be happy to explain everything. But congratulations, first of all, guys. Let me tell you, let me motivate everybody. Michael has been with Expedia only 2 weeks, a week and a half as a full agent. But he has submitted 27,000 in annual premium. Do you understand? 27,000, 1 week and a half. Do you understand? So do you think Michael is going to fail in this business? And he got promoted to senior associate in 1 week. That's what we call, but some people here, they've been in a company over a year and they have an agent, like a 20 agent, but they haven't even been promoted with one single level of 35%. They haven't. Because of what? The leaders at the top, they are greedy. They don't want to share. They say, if I promote them, my override shrinks. That's what they worry about. If I promote somebody and they become where I am, I don't override them anymore. So I rather just push them down there so they don't come up. And then the system also helps them because the system has what we call points rollover. So if you don't meet certain points in 3 months, you go back, you start over. So the system is also encouraging the leaders not to promote, right? Anyway, we don't have nonsense here. I promoted a compensation grid in our church's future. Everybody should know how to present that. It's gonna make sense. You have to explain how we don't just recruit, we can also personal produce and we still go to the top. Our top compensation is 130%. Now, I just want to thank everybody who's doing a great job, who's doing what they're supposed to do in Xperia and willing to learn. You'll be happy. You'll be happy here. All right. Do you have any other pressing matter? Any other question coming up? I saw Neri, you unmuted. Did you want to ask something?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Good evening. And I feel so blessed and honored to be here. This is my 3rd week. Actually, I've also crossed over. And I have been stuck for 2 years. I think this was actually going to be my 3rd year. And it's so hard when you want to grow and you can't grow. It's really hard and it's very demotivating when you're an associate and you're doing the best you can, but there's no growth. Because some of us get into these companies with the mindset of growing. Actually, most people, that's what we do. But then if you're stuck for 2 years and people are growing and you keep celebrating, there's nothing wrong in celebrating everybody. But at some point you get where you also want to be celebrated like anybody else, right? So I remember we had this conversation one time with a friend of mine who we also together on the other side. And then Charity calls. And I was not supposed to be part of the call. But for some reasons, I was hearing. And my friend was like, I don't want to hear all these shiny objects. And I'm like, okay, I think I want to hear. I've got to that point where I need to hear something different because I have not moved, I have not grown, and I am tired of being tired. So I need something different. And that was hard. It was hard because, when you hear a lot of negativity, you get fed up to a point where you're like, do I make that move or I just stick where I am? And that is what most of us have done. We have been stuck because of what we hear, because of negativity. But I gave it a chance. I told my friend, Charity, can I have Charity's number? Actually, after the conversation, and I contacted her, I've never met. That is the first day we met. And I told Charity, can you show me what you're trying to say? Because listen, girl, I want to grow. I need change. So she took me through the process. It was late in the night. We did that. And she told me, I want to introduce you to some people. The next day there was Zoom. And I see Dios and I see Gigi and I see Pat. And I'm like, I know these faces. I know these people. What is going on? And I was so interested. And I thank you, Dios, because you took your time to talk to me. And Gigi has been a great mentor. Like, I've been here for 3 weeks and I feel like I'm home. I feel like a prodigal son. The only difference is prodigal son had something to enjoy before he came back home. I didn't have anything. That's the sad part. And I'm so blessed to be here. And I know I'm going to grow. I have learned a lot. I have grown within 3 weeks. So thank you all. And God bless.
Wow. Guys, that makes us happy and joyful, Wow. Wow. Amazing. Welcome to the
Welcome, Mary.
welcome to the light. And these shiny objects. Okay.
I had that thing shiny
They
objects
call
before.
shiny objects, but if the shiny objects are diamond and they're expensive, why not taking it?
They're supposed to be good stuff.
You have to stick with the ugly objects and then you feel okay with it, right? Because I don't get it. You go and tell your clients, hey, before we meet, I want you to be open-minded of what I'm about to tell you, but On the other hand, I'm not open-minded to any opportunity out there. So it doesn't make sense anyway. So to go on the third the section that you guys are gonna love it. It's going to be a confirmation. So we have Victoria. Victoria, if you can be short, about 2 minutes, and then I can move to the last part of the meeting.
All right, thank you. Greetings to everyone from Ghana. And a big congrats to my mentor, Mr. Dios, I call him, and also Miss Patricia Geiger on your promotion. You also deserve it. And I'm happy for you guys. I'm really happy to be part of this team. You guys have no idea. I'm far away, and whenever I need help, I get it through Mr. Dios, because anyway, I don't worry anyone on this platform except him, because Pastor someone introduced me, and he's the one who talked to me first. And ever since, I always go to him, and he's always there for me. So I do appreciate him so much. So my question is, because we're talking about growth and other stuff, and it hit me so bad when I started with the other company, WFG. I didn't know. I keep thinking about it. I'm like, how am I going to grow? Like, this is impossible. Because when I got recruited, or when that information came to me to be part of the group, I told them I specifically don't have time. I keep traveling to Africa. Recently, that has been my life. And what do I need? They said, oh, you can talk to anyone. But when I joined, it looks like my growth was only going to be recruiting. And I told them it's going to be hard for me. What about if I sign policies? They told me, no, you had to only recruit. And at that time, I remember I had, because I used to work in the lab, Quest Diagnostic. I got contracted with them, and I have a lot of white girls. In the beginning, when I was talking to them, they were interested in signing policies. But whenever I go to my lead to help me, because I'm still under training, so if you get someone, they tell me if you get someone, will help you. But the moment I said they are white people, they say, oh, forget about concentrating on African people. I'm like, me too. My circle is not African people like that. So finally, when I joined, and it happened like 3 times, then I stopped asking, because these girls would call me, Victoria, are you not going to do our policy for us? You said you do illustration. But when I go to my lead people, they would tell me, no, we can't do white people. I'm like, what is wrong? I mean, if we say we are helping family, my question is, are we just helping African families or everyone in the world who need? And I know sometimes I don't talk about Christianity or any religion, but sometimes when we are a lot of platform, we say we are Christians with this, and I feel we are all human beings. So why are we just concentrating on African people? So until I realized over there, before you can grow, it's not through signing policies, it's through recruitment. And they wanted to recruit more than signing policies. But why are you neglecting other people? So by the time I joined Esperia and I've gone back to these people, they told me, oh, we've talked to other people and they've signed us. So I lost about 4 or 3 people who could have, done a big policy. But anyway, that's okay. So to add up to what people are talking about growth, I know I'm happy to be here, like I keep saying, because I see it's different from other people where they limit you and they push you in a space that you cannot grow. So just to add up, I'm happy to be here. In the beginning, I saw Dr. Imputu, Miss Lois, and Miss Patricia. I watched her first video. The next time I met her here, the same with Dr. Imputu, he was teaching, and I joined. Everyone that I've met on this platform, I joined their teaching for the first time. The next time when I came here, they were all here. I'm like, oh, wow, what is happening? So I'm grateful to be here. So thank you, guys.
Wow. Thank you so much, Victoria. And thank you for your attendance all the time. So that's like, again, everybody's going to help you because you show up. It's not just me. Anybody you reach out is going to help you show up. It's probably 4 a.m. in the morning where you are, but you're on this call, right? So I love that. And just speaking to the culture, this is bad. That's bad to the industry, to any agent, knowing that you need to concentrate on this. You need to concentrate on recruiting. You need to concentrate on this, community, maybe your colleagues. And then there are some people who say, oh, you know what? I'm going to only concentrate on nurses. So I don't know how to talk to IT engineers. There are those mindsets. That's what we break here. We want to wash those things away. We want to teach you the real skills. That's why if you've been working with me or working with anybody, we stay away on making things like, this is how you should do it. If you don't do it, if you don't follow my footstep, you're out. You're going to fail. We don't do that, you know, because in the training, yes, we can tell you how to do illustration, but you need to learn how to do multiple illustration according to the client's need. Not one side fits all. But where you find out they're teaching you, this is just top. Start where in their training you have to set up $1 million policy. You meet a 70-year-old. I was also pissed off when I had one agent in the team when we went to the convention, sold $1 million to a 70-year-old. The guy was draining all his 401k to pay the premium. 70-year-old $1 million policy. What is this purpose? Because we have to think, what is the end goal for this $1 million policy for this client? You know, is he going to live up to 90 to start receiving income? And then, anyway, I'm not judging how people design their policy, but it starts from how they are trained. Concentrate on this. Just don't do that, right? So that's why we need to break those things. If once we detect that somebody is being taught the wrong way, we try to not offend. We try to come back and say, okay, this is how you should do it professionally. We teach how to approach anybody, okay, in a professional manner, and how you have to stay true to yourself. So I'm glad you're here, and I'm pretty sure everybody will feel it and everybody will not regret of making the decision. So I hope we pray and we teach them. We keep pushing those guys so they can come out. If you have a friend who's still there, I mean, just prospect, bring them on board. But of course, we're going to teach them the right thing. Now, I know some of you may still have questions, but we're going to do comparison. I'm going to show you reason why we choose carriers over other carriers. Not because we like to get paid more, okay? And also the compensation. Let me start with the compensation because most people are still wondering about the compensation. So for those who have recently left WFG, because does anybody have access to WFG? Does anybody have access to WFG? Because
yes, I do.
Okay, are you on the computer? Are you able to share your screen? Anybody who can be able to share the screen, because I'm going to show you something. So those friends that you left, so maybe the new guys who have been not in a different company, you may say, Dios, why are you comparing this guy? I want you so you don't get caught up when you meet somebody from a different company to tell you that Expedia is dying when it comes to commissions. We pay better, come, and then they drift you from the goal, from the real thing. I want to show you something, okay? Anybody who has access and who can be able to share the screen, just let me know. Neri, can you be able to share the screen? Or Miss Olga? You can log in. Actually, log in, go to your portal, and let me know when you're ready. So I want to show you something. And this is big, okay? We know our compensation. We know when we talk about 70%, people don't believe it, right? But I want to show you something, okay? Before I go to that, let me open this. This is among with other slides that they are saying, do not for Expedia. Here, where we are, we get paid more money, okay? We get paid more money. An MD can make $26,000. That's true. That's why they concentrate on recruiting. Recruiting. And then your people get promoted, and then you don't want, they get licensed, you don't want to promote them. what do? You want them because they show you this is it. This is what they're telling you. And this is true. A trainee associate is 25%. Associate is 35%. Senior associate is 45%. That is true. MD is 50%, SMD is 65%. Do you see this? And then they are telling you that Transamerica pays 125% to WFG. But this is absurd. They are telling you, are you well? New money. I don't know what the new money means. Are you well? New money. What that means? Brackets, new money. It's like hot money. So first of all, okay, the client is paying 1,000 per month. Oof. All right? That's where we start. That's your mind is like, you need to make your clients pay 1,000 per month so you can make a living, right? So, okay, 1,000 per month. Let's say the client has the money. So if you are a trainee associate, this is how they calculate. Yes, means that it's a 1,000 times 12, which is now 12,000, which is annual premium 12,000. That is correct. But Transamerica pay 125%. So times 12,000 is 15,000 goes to WFG. Then an agent who's a trainee associate gets paid 25%. So you go and you find a client and you've been chasing this client and you end up signing up this client, 15,000, right? And you get paid 25%, which is 3,700. Where the rest go? Huh? Because you have a client who pays monthly premium of 1,000, but you're getting paid 3,000. But guess what? This is what they are trying to illustrate. I've been here, but I felt so bad when they tell you, okay, MD, if an MD put in this policy, MD is 50%, they're going to get paid 7,500. Oh my goodness. This is our starting point. An MD. But an MD has to have 5 people who are licensed. So an MD has to make sure his 5 people are trainee associate. Because if they are MDs, he's screwed, right? He won't get nothing. So he has to have trainee associate who are on 25%, 5 of them who are getting paid 3,000, 3,700, 3,000. So they're all, so if you add up, yes, that's 18,000. So means that is what he's going to get paid plus his, and they say, okay, he can make 26,000. And this math that's why most people are concentrated in what? In recruiting. It doesn't matter. Just bring the clients and then you don't get promoted, recruit. And there's no structure on that. There's nothing wrong on recruiting, but you have to be, you have to strategize. But this commission right here is nonsense. Okay? Is nonsense. Because now, reason why these people now are forced to not promote their agents is because they are capped to 65%. If they were to get up to 115%, they won't care, right? They won't care because they are getting paid more. So you will find out that the whole point to not promote their agents or even to sell higher premiums is to make up what they can get. Now comes to this, and this, by the way, this is nonsense. The way it's done is not supposed to be done. So who's winning here? The MD or the trainer agent? These are the people who are working. They should be the one getting 26,000. Why are they the one getting 3,000? Because they find the clients. Anyway, I'm not going to argue with that. But then I want to show you our structure, the way you start on 70%. And then here's what happens. Let me show you the real example. This is a commission report, my commission report, right? I want to show you what they call transparency. Transparency. They will break it down. Do you know that there is nothing written in the back office on how the commission is calculated? Nope. Somebody came up with this formula because they found out, right? It's not written anywhere because it's too much hopes, right? Too much stuff going on. There's no way it can be formulated, right? But our commission report, if you have been paid, you get commission report on the payday, correct?
Yes.
That shows you how they break it down. The commission that you submitted in NBT, the target premium that was carried by an insurance company, your commission level, if you are an executive director, as it is, executive director is what? Is 115% times 90% of company factor if you use FNG, right? It's also written somewhere, right? If you use FNG, they will tell you Fidelity and Guarantee company factor is 90. You know that. If it was Forrester, we will put 100%, right? And we put 90 there. And then if the client is paying 850, right? That is 10,000 in commission, 557, right? However, Experian has put in something in place that I want to explain to you, get a chance to explain to you. This is what they call, sometimes they tell agents that, oh, you guys are capped. You don't receive the full commission. No, yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right. So if a financial associate submits this policy, let me clear this thing out because it's been happening. Okay. If a financial associate submits this policy, Experian will pay him or her $2,500 instead of 6,000 because they could have get paid 6,426. They will advance him 2,500 immediately. That's why you get in your paycheck. But the rest comes monthly for the next 12 months. Do you understand? Means you receive 13 payments. Do you get it? So if you are a senior financial associate, they give you 5,000. If you have submitted a policy that is above 5,000 that you're supposed to pay, they will give you that. If you are a senior manager, they'll give you 7,500. If you are an ED, they'll give you 10,000, right? And then the rest, the balance comes in the next 12 months. They are protecting you. So if the client cancels the policy, you don't get a huge chargeback. Okay? Because you're going to get charged back on what you got paid on. However, the rest is your money. But they made also a rule that if the agent wants their money, their full 100% of 6,400, they tell their ED, and the ED sign off that this person will not cancel the policy. The client understand, and please pay them their commission. They'll pay you the full commission if the ED put in a request for you. Okay? So if you get paid $2,500, like you are a financial associate, you get paid $2,500 for the first time, and you were calculating, you were supposed to be paid maybe $4,000. Don't wonder, the rest is going to come monthly. Isn't it good to get paid monthly, right? Like yes. When you are not putting any policy, but you're still getting paid for the policy that you have submitted. It's wonderful. Please, because you don't know what the client is going to do. What if the premium was 10,500 or 11,000, and then you get the whole amount of 7,000, and the next day they cancel? Guess what? You are in minus. You got charged back. We don't want that. But on the other side, they are getting charged back because when the clients find out the truth that they were given a wrong policy, they canceled it. They cancel it. They go somewhere else. When they found out that the clients, they don't have a living benefit, they cancel it, right? So we need to avoid that. We need to do a clean business. So that's what I wanted to show you that. And so you don't wonder why, you got timed out, right? So it's clean, it's explainable, everybody knows it, everybody sees it, and all I can tell you when it comes to this commission are legit, no arguing. If anybody says that's too much, you guys don't get paid that, please tell them, okay, sign up for the next 30 days put in a policy, you will see it. If you don't see it, quit, resign. It's a one button. You resign. But guess what? They will not resign, okay? And again, that is what I wanted to show you guys, that comparison-wise. On another note, were you able to find the compensation grid? Sorry, to share the screen. Did you find the page, Neri? Okay, can you share your screen real quick?
Yes.
Okay, because I want to make that clear that we don't make these things up. We are not here to say that we are the best. Because some people take their time to say that our commission is fake. We also have to show you that if you didn't know what your commission level was, you need to find out. Please share the screen real quick. And then I'm gonna make one more comparison on the company, and then we can close. Okay. Is this good? Are you guys learning something?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is one I want to show you, okay? It's coming. All right. I want you to go to search. Search. Search compensation.
Is it the first one?
Yes.
Petition. Okay.
Enter. All right. Click on the commission guidelines. Click on compensation brochure. So you understand, I've been here, so I know everything. I know everything. So there's no such thing I can make up, right? So this is the compensation guidelines with the World Financial Group, a Transamerica company. All right, scroll down. Scroll down. As big as it is, as they look right here. Can you zoom right here? Can you zoom in or out? I'm going to request a remote control real quick. Can you approve?
I did.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, guys, tell me this. What is the fixed? This is the commission level. 25, associate 35, senior agent 45, marketing director 50, and senior marketing director 65. We spend how many years they're getting paid 65%? And if you look, they have only 6 generation. 6 generation. We have 7 generation, right? But what I'm telling you is that how many people have you put in a policy, you get as a new agent 25%. It doesn't matter which company factor. It doesn't matter. It's still 25%. Even if Transamerica is paying 125% and F&G pay 90%. Do you rather, okay, it's a simple math. Would you rather take 10% of 125, or let's say 25% of 125 or 70% of 90? Which one is higher?
70% of 90.
Right?
70% is way higher.
So 25% of 125 and then 70 of 90, which one is higher? It's as simple as that. 35% of 125 and 85% of 90, which one is higher? And 50 of 125 and 100 of 90 and 65%, I'm comparing the levels, 65% of 125 and 115 of 90. Do you get it? Do you get what I'm getting?
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
So if somebody tells you they've been in and they don't care about their business, fine. But we're here to help families, but also we care about what comes into our pocket. It gotta be good because the rest goes where? To the owners of these companies, for God's sake. Not to you. You're the one who found the client. You're the one who talked to them. You're the one who's gonna be dealing with them if they are trying to cancel, not the company. So you better be compensated properly. Am I right?
Yes.
So, guys, I just wanted you to know I did not make these things up. It's right there, but they don't see it. They tell you what they tell you is focus on recruiting will resolve all your problems because the more you recruit, the more they overrides and all that because this is their income module. This anyway. Enough for that. Enough for I just wanted to make a clear comparison why for us we care who does the business is the one who should get paid much more. Okay, because they are the first contact of the client.
Jesus.
Lastly, I want to tell you this. They are putting in everybody with Transamerica because it pays them 125%. But not every company pays that. Not NLG doesn't pay them that. Okay, it's just the company because you saw it's that's why they say they have a backing because they put everything in one company. I was there. I was a victim of putting my clients in one company, even though I know that there is no living benefit for the kids. Do you understand how that is hurtful? Do you understand how a Christian man, someone who knows that these kids also can get sick?
Thank you, sir.
Kids get critical illness at 3-year-old. They diagnosed a rare condition. What happens?
My niece just got diagnosed with leukemia, a 7-year-old. So it's happening.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
But let me go ahead and log in. Let me show you. So I'm not saying don't do business with this company, but don't put kids on this company. Don't, because it's clear that there's no living benefit. So I'm logging financial professional, and I can log in with the Mutual of Omaha. I'll show you something else, but I want to compare something real quick here, and then also I'm gonna go ahead and open FNG, and because I've heard some people coming from different, from this company, and they say, "What do you guys, like FNG? What's good about it? I need to continue doing business with Transamerica." Okay, fine, do it, but know what you're doing. For me, I don't favorize any company at all. It's just what it gives the client is what I care. That's it. Period and period. All right. So as much as I can illustrate real quick, I'm not going to go through illustration. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to show you something. This is Transamerica illustration. You've been doing business with Transamerica. That's good. But I want to show you this. This is how you design a policy. Okay. And of course, you will choose the state, Missouri, put the client's name and all that, 35-year-old male. And then whatever price you see, it's on preferred plus. Preferred elite. Did you know that not every client is healthy, right?
Yes.
But you still apply with the healthiest person on earth. Normally, the way you do it, you rather put preferred, let the underwriter upgrade it. Because at least now you set the price. This is what happens. You set the price, the expectation that the premium is maybe $600. But guess what? If the client turns out to be healthy and they are preferred elite, the premium is going to be lower. It's going to be $400, right? Now they are good. But if you do this and you set up expectation that the premium is $400 and they get approved as non-tobacco or preferred, guess what will happen? The client may say, no, that's too much. Because now they change the premium. So if they leave the premium, It happens most of the time. If they leave the premium, they approved you as non-tobacco, but you continue to pay the premium that you showed the client as 400 as premium elite. Who's getting who's losing here? The client, because the money will be on cost of insurance, because they are supposed to be paying more on the cost of insurance. Now they are paying less towards their principal, towards their cash value as a preferred elite. So that's another thing. I just want to show you this. You design a policy. Of course, you choose cash value, graded or optimal switch, and then, you make, they will go ahead and put $1 million before there's no financial discovery. How do you determine that the client should get $1 million? How? Anyway, this is how it's done. It's how I was taught. Indexes. Boom. All these indexes are capped. They bring uncapped because they were losing clients to F&G. Now there is the uncapped index, balanced. Okay. All right. So however you can diversify this, you can diversify. It doesn't matter. You can do 25 for all of them, or 10, 10, 40, 40, whatever. So it's, sorry. You can balance it out. All right. You gotta be knowing what you're doing, because nobody even know this balanced and capped what it is. Anyway, now you go to riders. Here's the thing. Riders, yes, these riders are free, but I've seen some agents who have submitted policies and they forgot to check this. Do you know, if you forget to check this and the policy get approved, these riders are going to be included, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So whose fault is that?
Agent.
So you see, if they make a mistake, they forgot. So if they are free, they should be like this. They should be highlighted where you don't need to check it. But they are hoping that some agents will make mistakes. Come on now. This is just, if you bring riders for free, just make it free where you don't need to change, because agents will miss this most of the time. Anyway, let's say, suppose that you checked it. That's fine. You checked it. You go ahead and do illustration. But if it was, this is a 35-year-old, if it was a 15-year-old, this feature is not there.
Yeah.
This feature is not there, right? So the first 2 years, nothing coming in. And again, I did this comparison to a 60 up to 65-year-old here. And then I went ahead and designed the same policy, right? With the same amount. So a 35-year-old male, okay, live in Missouri, all right, with the Index Universal policy, then path setter policy, all right, path setter. But of course, let me show you something real quick here. Are you guys here, or you are leaving me?
We're here.
Don't leave me. Don't exit.
Oh, nowhere.
Okay. All right. So first of all, I just wanted to show you that when it comes to living benefit, they say, okay, it's 90% living benefit, which is good, right? 90% of living benefit, which is good, and everything, right? That's good. The monthly premium here is $832, right? On $1 million policy, 35. So now I'm here with a friend here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Boom, right? $1 million policy, optimal switch, age 65. All right. And then monthly, and then I'm gonna balance it out as well as we do. We do this policy, balance it out. And I'm not going to change the premium because I will show you. I'll show you why I'm not changing the premium. I'm still doing the same thing I'm doing here. All right. So now what's going to happen is this. Come on. Load, 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 load.
Page unresponsive.
FNG, don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me right now. It's critical. All right. Let's do it over. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. It's gonna come, it's gonna come, it's gonna come, it's gonna come, it's gonna come. All right. Is this training informative?
Oh, yes.
Very.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh, yes.
I hope so.
Good.
I hope so.
I know so. I'm something.
Okay. You see my screen? For some reason, it's getting slow. It's going slow, but we'll get there. All right, let me get the numbers here. Mhm. Is anybody having same issues that I'm having?
Yes. I think you need to log out and log in again.
Huh.
Yeah.
So right. Let me see if I can use different
Ideas might want to try a different window, like a incognito window.
Yeah. Thanks, Tom. All right, let's see. Yeah, sometimes there are some cookies and caches over there. Yeah, incognito is quick. It's going quick. It's going quick so far. Let's see. All right. I hate when there is a buffer time. I hate. Huh? There is anybody with the. Where's Katouche? Mostly Katouche has some jokes. All right. Okay, I'm getting there. Anybody also can try on their end, so I don't blame my internet. Because if you can have a luck.
I don't think so. It's your internet. I think it's the system only.
Yeah.
We had the same issue too, Katouche and I.
Yeah. All right. So if this doesn't work, we'll just go ahead because my timing is not. But let me try this one more time. If this give us a Wahara, we're gonna plan something else. So Okay. All right. So it looks like it's just the system isn't don't want to cooperate for some reason. All right. So this is what we're going to do. Because I do have illustration that is pre-made, okay, from earlier with the client that I can probably design. So this illustration is made like this, okay? Do you see? So I'm bringing a plan B, all right, guys? So do you see this right here? Do you see this tabby right here?
Yes, yes, we see.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to mimic exactly a 34-year-old female with 500,000. Okay, that is what this. I go to case design, policy design, showed 34 female and with 500,000. Okay, 500,000, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and calculate. So my point here, the first point I want to just mention is this. What is the premium here? Okay, the premium here is 371. Okay, 371 monthly premium. Okay, which brings to 4,455 annual, right? So with the same policy, it has lower premium, right? 4,200. See, there is a comparison here. But this FNG policy, I did not have to choose the living benefit. You have seen that, right? It comes with either it's a child, either it's an adult, it comes embedded. I don't have to choose it. So it means that I won't forget, right? Those riders living benefit. So I want to show you, we're going to look the last part, this last column, okay? That's what we're going to focus on. Last column, okay? What is the current interest rate? 6.50. That is the illustration. With Transamerica, our friend here, the interest is 7.25, is higher, right? So year one, no taking out the money. Year two, no taking out the money. Year three, you take out 666. So we go here. Year one, not taking out the money. Year two, you can take out 1,400. Year three, how much can you take out?
1,623.
You see what I'm saying? So when I say that I did side by side, this is what I meant, okay? This side by side. So you will have to think what you want to give your client. Because they're gonna ask you, when can I take can I take my money out? They will ask you that. Year five, right? How much money can you take out? So, but if we go all the way down, and we go all the way down to age 60, 62, 65, right? How much can, but yes, the premium is high. You pay more, right? And then I'm gonna go here, age 65. Let's see, Where is the age 65? Okay. All right. I'm going to bring it here. So age 65. All right. So here you have contributed the total amount of 127,000. 127,000, right? At age 65. Plus, yeah. So, but you have cash value of 299, close to 300,000. You can take out that. But when you look at, and this is calculated on lower interest. What if we were to put 7.25? How much would that be? This is 6.50. This is 7.25. And here you have contributed 138, you see 296. You see the difference? But the real difference, if the system allows, and this is a homework that I'm going to give you, that you stop at age 65. This is where the whole picture comes. You stop at age 65. You stop the premium and see how the policy is going to grow. Okay. So I've done, this is just a close illustration that I ever seen. And this FNG one is the monthly premium is 355, but it grows higher, gives a more cash accumulation on a small interest. If you were to match it, is not even comparison. So, but I'm not comparing, just I wanted to clarify the person who asked, why do you go to FNG, right? I just wanted to show there are some things that we put in place when we have to think for our clients. First of all, the lower premium, high accumulation, access money at in short time, access to your money in short time, and living benefit are embedded. So contrary to another thing. So when you are doing a policy with the company, know that there is a reason why you're giving this client, not just because that's what you know, or that's what is easier for you to do, but what is going to benefit the client. Does it make sense? So
Yes.
not because commission-wise and all that. So I'm glad that no matter what we do here, we are allowed to do business in both companies. If you like, we can go Pacific, Mutual of Omaha, NLG, Foresters, and Corebridge, and all that. So it looks like we are almost done. We took a long time. I'm sorry, but it looks like you guys did not leave and you are interested. We're going to do this more often, but I appreciate everybody. If I did not cover everything that I planned today, we'll have another meeting, but I want to talk to the leaders and everybody where we can even have a meeting like this earlier in the day, but open to everybody. Means agents, you invite, let everybody come in. Let's just pour the truth because we don't hide anything. Let's close some people on the spot. Let them ask questions, let us answer them, right? So we can plan this in the future, and I'm pretty sure it will be a huge benefits to the team. And that's it for me. So you guys, it's open floor now, and then we can close in about 4 minutes.
Edie, can I come in here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's Dr. Mputu here. I also want to add on what Edie just said when comparing a policy from Transamerica and the FNG. In Transamerica, there is no living benefit for kids. 0 to 17, there is no living benefits at all. With FNG, even kids, they've got living benefits. Something else, when it comes to the same living benefits we're talking about, in Transamerica, the terminal illness is when life expectancy is 12 months or less. In FNG, it goes up to 24 months. So someone who is given a terminal illness of 18 months, with Transamerica, you're not qualified for terminal illness. But with FNG, you are qualified even if it's 23 months. So, and then the acceleration of uh, 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 face amount. In Transamerica, terminal illness up to 100%, critical illness up to 90%. And chronic illness, it goes 24% and yearly. But in FNG, all of them is up to 100%.
Right.
From terminal, critical to chronic.
Right.
So these are the clear differences. And also when the ED was talking about the allocations, in Transamerica, they have two kept indexes plus one, only one, which is unkept. So you know that if the market goes 28%, you get 28% with only one that is unkept. The other two, you don't get that, you get 12%. But with FNG, the whole three indexes are uncapped. So with performance, with living benefits, with life expectancy, and also with this example that the ED just spoke about, I'm a living example. My IUL with Transamerica that I got when I was in the WFG does not have living benefits. It's only terminal illness. My let me call it like that. My upper liner forgot to tick chronic illness and critical illness. I don't have it. When I want to ask them, they say, no, you need to wait for the first anniversary. Otherwise, they need to reissue the policy. I don't have it. Then I got a term with living benefits and another IUL with FNG. But my IUL with Transamerica, there's no living benefits because it's not embedded and the agents forgot to put it. So these are what we are living. So we don't want it to happen to other, to our family members, to our community members, or to people we are bringing in the business. Yeah. No, every day we thank God for being on this side. We are proud of that and we are grateful to God. Thank you.
Awesome. Wow. Guys, this is great. This is great. This is great because of course, I apologize if the time runs out or if the time is long because we try to keep our training short so everybody can go and enjoy their time. But sometimes it's necessary. So we're not going to say the millionaires are born in midnight. We're going to let everybody go, Millionaires are born anytime, okay? Millionaires are born anytime, right?
You
So,
let me just say maybe one thing to close,
yes, go ahead.
because this meeting was absolutely outstanding. Amazing. The truth had to be told. Clarity is here for everybody. I think everybody is full now, right? If you had any questions or any concerns, it's been explained. So to everyone really, which is us, the team, I have this to say to you. Let us all continue to move forward with a heart of service, always ready to help one another. In every interaction, right? Let's commit to doing good business with integrity and excellence, guys. Remember at Xperia, we are just not building our future, our own future, but we are also presenting a powerful brand with a trusted reputation. Very, very important, and the CEO always say that. Let's be proud of the standard we uphold and the culture that we create. It's truly exciting to be part of this company where professionalism, purpose, and people coming together to make a lasting impact. This is who we are. Let's exercise that every day. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you, guys. This was awesome.
Wonderful.
What's up?
I see a question in the chat. I can generally answer your question, Jim. JM, you say, what's the preferred company to do the policy with on this platform? WFG people seem to focus on Transamerica. Okay. All right. So for us, we don't call it a preferable company because as we discover the client, I'm going to tell you, with the IUL, not only with Xperia, not only means if you are in any IMO that has FNG as a carrier, so far, with many illustration I've done, with Mutual of Omaha, Pacific, Prudential, Transamerica, none beats FNG IUL. But FNG doesn't have term life with living benefit. FNG, so it's like FNG also may decline a client with type 2 diabetes, right? So if I call it a favorable or preferred company, I'll be misleading. So I want to tell you that if the client is healthy, able to afford, or even you do a financial needs analysis, FNG will be your first route to go when it comes to the IUL. Okay. And then, but if you discover the client is on heavy medication, pre-existing condition, then dial it down before you go to FNG. Yes, FNG, you can still put it in with the cover letter, they may approve. However, if you can ask the risk manager or the risk assessment underwriting call, you ask them if they're going to approve this client. If not, do not put application with FNG. Go with Pacific Life or go with another company. So just a simple question I will tell you, we tend to focus not because FNG does not own Xperia. It's just a carrier out there that has the best IUL. If I was working with another IMO that has FNG, I'll still be putting policies with FNG regardless because I know their IUL. So, but I have to know my client first. But the reason why WFG focus on Transamerica is because Transamerica is a parent company of WFG. Okay, so they want to stay in close first before they go out elsewhere. So that is pretty much, but of course they may also believe that the Transamerica has the best IUL. But if I compare both, I have both here. I have both. I can do business with Transamerica in Xperia, but I don't do it. Okay, I don't do it. But if it was a final expense, FNG doesn't have it. I go with Transamerica or Foresters. Matter of fact, Transamerica has a final expense, better final expense than most of other companies. So I can still go with that company. Depends on the product. But if it's FFIUL, also I can do Transamerica in New York because the system is better than FNG in New York. FNG in New York State, specifically New York State, you don't sign application. You don't sign application on the land of New York. You have to go outside of New York to sign the application, and it has to be paperwork. Then you mail it. So it's a heavy process. That is FNG in New York. Where Transamerica or Energy, smooth transition. So again, it depends on the skills you have, the knowledge you have to determine what is the best for your client. Does it answer your question? If that is good, thumbs up. And as I always say, God bless you all. And hasta la vista. Wow. I like training for some reason. And maybe I should have been a teacher, right? Anyway.
We love it. We love it.
You
all right, guys. All right, guys. So that's it. God bless you. And thank you, EDs. Thank you, Senior Financial Associate. Thank you, Senior Managers. Thanks, everybody who attended this training out of their busy schedule. We love you. We continue to help you. My wife and I, we're thankful for this team and also other EDs. I think they feel the same way. So you have a blessed night and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank
Don't miss tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.